What's the meaning of rotation? Then rotation, a transformation. Did you remember when we said we have how many types of transformations we are going to study? How many of transformations we
Four.
study? Four. The first one is
4.
Reflection.
translation,
Then reflection.
translation, reflection,
Rotation and dilation.
rotation, and dilation. Yes. So we have the transformation. We have 4 types of transformations, which is reflection, translation, rotation, and dilation. Today, inshallah, we will study together the third type, which is rotation. So a rotation is a transformation in which a figure is turned about a fixed point, called the center of rotation. So this one is the center of rotation. So we should have the center, and then the figure will rotate around this center. So even we have a point like this, so we can rotate it with degrees. So we can rotate with 90 degrees or 180 or another angles. We are going to talk about it, but later on, after a while. Segments lengths are preserved. Angle measures are preserved. Parallel lines remain parallel, where orientation is unchanged. So the properties when you are going to rotate a figure, if it's a segment, so it will be the same. If it's an angle, it will be the same. And the parallel lines, it will remain parallel, while orientation is unchanged. So here in front of you, we can see now the formulas for rotation 90 degrees, rotation 180 degrees, and we want to know the clockwise and counterclockwise. So the rotations on the coordinate plane, our target, our goal today to know the formulas. If you want to rotate around the origin 90 degrees, and we will study clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay, and we are talking about rotate around the origin. Then, first, we want to know what is the clockwise. Clockwise, it will be positive or negative. Clockwise, positive or negative?
Negative.
Positive or negative?
90.
Clockwise, it will be
170.
yes. So we will, if this is the clock, okay, and we want to rotate clockwise. If we will rotate clockwise, which means it will be negative. Then if I will say that I'm going to rotate 90 degrees, means I want to rotate negative 90 degrees. And the vice versa. If you want to rotate counterclockwise, so if this the clock and we want to rotate counterclockwise, then counterclockwise, it will be positive. Then clockwise means negative, counterclockwise means positive. And we have a rule for each case. In this one, we said 90 degrees clockwise, right? And I said clockwise means what? Positive or negative? Clockwise means what? Positive or negative?
Negative.
It will be negative.
Negative.
Okay. And counterclockwise means?
Positive.
Positive.
So if you want to rotate a figure clockwise, so we have a specific rule. Then if it is X and Y, so we are going to switch and we will change the sign for the first. Then, for example, if you have point A, it's 4 and negative 2, and you want to rotate it counterclockwise, so it will move up or down, grade 9. If you want to rotate it counterclockwise, so point A, it will rotate to up or down?
Up.
So it will move up because you want to rotate it counterclockwise, right? So you are going to move up. Then where you will rotate 90 degrees exactly, you will stop where? Then, did you see? We will take 90 degrees and we will move up, right? So we will find that the point A, its image, it will be 2 and 4. What happened if I want to use a rule? Could you please mute? There is someone, he has a noise in his room, so please mute your, make mute, please. Then A, 4 and -2, and A prime becomes 2 and 4. What happened here? If I want to follow the rule, if you want to rotate a figure counterclockwise 90 degrees, then you will switch. So it was at the beginning, the point, the original point was what? The original point was 4 and what? And -2. Okay, I want to rotate counterclockwise 90 degrees, which means I will switch. So please switch with me. Switch, it will be what? 4 and -2. It will be what?
2 and 4.
It will be 2 and 4. Then you will switch first, so it will be -2 and 4. And then you will change the sign. For the first, so the answer, it will be 2 and what? 2 and 4. Okay? Then it's 4 and -2. You will switch, and then you will change the sign for the first, so it will be 2 and 4. And I want to know something. If you want to reach the point A counterclockwise to A prime, I said it's 90 degrees. You can find A. It can go to A prime from another way. If I want to rotate it clockwise now, if I want to move with the clockwise, how many degrees do you expect to move? I want to point or translate the point A to reach A prime, okay? And I don't want to use 90 counterclockwise. So which angle it will be clockwise now? I want to translate the point A to be in the same position with A prime, but I don't want to say 90 clockwise, counterclockwise. So I can use what? I want to move with the clockwise. So it will be which angle? It will be 270 degrees. Okay, so we have like a partner. 90 counterclockwise is the same 90 counterclockwise is the same like what? The partner 270 what? Clockwise. Okay, so 90 counterclockwise, it will be equal to 170 clockwise. What else? If we will move to the second one, if you want 90 clockwise, 90 clockwise, it will be the same like what? What is the partner for 90?
Positive 270 or 270 counterclockwise.
Yes, it will be 270 counterclockwise. Okay, then we have to know that sometimes if I will ask you to make 270 counterclockwise, it's the same like 90 clockwise, which means 90 clockwise means positive or negative? 90 clockwise means positive or negative?
Negative.
So it will be negative. In case if you want negative 90 degrees, then you would switch and change the second, the sign for the second. Then again, if you want to rotate 90 degrees, you will switch and change the sign for the first. If you want to rotate negative 90 degrees, switch and change the sign for the second. I want someone to repeat, please. Someone to repeat, please.
Miss, I have a
I can
question.
repeat.
Sure, sure. Laura.
Miss, in 270 clockwise, it's
Mhm.
negative, right?
270 sorry, 270 clockwise. Yes, it will be negative 270.
Mhm.
Counterclockwise means positive, and they have the same rule. If it's positive 90, yes, Sana, you are raising your hand. You want to answer, or you have a question?
You told us one. No, you told us one to repeat.
Yes, yes, please go on. Tell me the rules, please.
Okay.
Hmm.
Rotation 90 clockwise, which is negative 90, or 200 positive 270. Change XY will be Y negative X. And
Y
if
and
it's
negative X. This
rotation
is in case if you will work with negative 90.
90 counterclockwise, or
I have you have a problem with your mic, Sana? طب Bomika.
and it's 90 counterclockwise, or negative 270, or 270 clockwise. Can you hear me?
The sound is
Can you
very
hear
low.
me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Sorry. Rotation 90 counterclockwise, or negative 270.
Mhm.
You will change them and change the sign for the first one.
Thank you,
XY will
Sana.
be negative YX.
Thank you,
Negative
Habibti.
YX.
Thank you. I appreciate.
You're welcome.
Second type of angles, it's 180 degrees, right? So if I have A and I want to rotate this A around the origin, 180 degree. Did you see A? Where is the position for A? Okay. It will move 180 to be in the opposite side. Okay. Then the image, it becomes 4 and 2. What happened to the point? If it was negative 4 and negative 2 becomes 4 and 2, right? Then could you please tell me what happened? Could you please tell me what happened? If it's x and y, then what happened to the coordinates? It was,
You will change the sign for both.
yes, change the sign for both. So we have negative 4 and negative 2 becomes 4 and 2. So if you are going to rotate any figure, whatever, if you will rotate counterclockwise or clockwise, then you have to change the sign for both. Then the Bolina,
Yes, Miss.
could you please answer this question? Rotate 3 and negative 4, 180 degrees.
Okay.
Mhm.
It will be changed to negative 3 and 4.
Yeah, so it will be negative 3 and 4. Right. So the point here, it was 3 and negative 4, and you want to rotate it 180 degrees. So if you will imagine that we have a protractor here around the origin, so we put a protractor, and you will start to count from this point, and then we are going to move till we reach the second side, the opposite side, and this is angle 180. What do you note about the coordinates? It was 3 and negative 4, becomes negative 3 and 4. That means that you change the sign for both. Ahmed Magdi. Ahmed Magdi. Abdurrahman Khalid.
نعم موجودة.
Abdurrahman Khalid. Could you please tell me if you are going to
Yes,
rotate
miss.
any point 90 degrees, what's going to happen? 90 degrees. Tell me the rule.
1 point or all the points?
No, give me the rule, the standard rule. If you want to rotate a point 90 degrees around the origin, if it's x and y, tell me, x and y, and you want to rotate 90 degrees. Ahmed Magdi?
XY
Hmm.
will be we will swap them will be yx and change the sign of the first one.
For the first one, yes. And we will change the sign for the first one. So if it's 90, so we will switch and we will change the sign for the first one. Thank you. Now draw the coordinates, grade and graph. So we want now to represent this one. So we will plot the points. The first point is -3 and 0. The second point is -2 and 4. And the third point is 1 and -1. Draw the triangle. We will connect the triangle. And after that, we want to rotate. We want to rotate 90 clockwise. We said that the word clockwise means what?
It's negative.
Negative 90. So negative 90, we will switch and we will change the sign for?
Why? The second.
For the second. Yes, so we will switch and we will change the sign for the second. So this one was 90 clockwise means negative 90. So we will switch and we will change the sign for the second. So for the first one, LA, -3 and 0. So it will be فرح محلب. فرح.
Yes.
يلا حبيبي. For the first point يا فرح.
Yeah, we're gonna switch.
Yes.
So it's gonna be 0 and -3.
0 and -3. You will change anything to the final?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be 0 and 3. We're gonna change the x.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, we will switch and we will change the sign for the second one. So it will be 0 and 3. What about the third point? We are going to make the same with P, and now we want to answer C. So Laura, please. Laura.
Yes.
Could you please tell me if you have 1 and -1 and you are going to rotate it -90. So the answer will be what, ya Laura?
You will switch it, then it's gonna be 1 and -1.
It will be, you will switch and you will change the sign for
the second.
The second. So the answer it will be -1 and -1, ya Laura, because you will switch. So it will be -1 and 1. Then you will change the sign for the second. Then it will be -1 and -1. So as you see here in the screen, that this is the origin point. Look at A, where we can find A. Here's it. This is A. And we rotate clockwise. Clockwise means that we will move up or down. So A, it will move up or it will move down.
Down.
Clockwise. Like this, right? Like this. So we will move up to reach the second. Okay. In this slide, you can see all the rules which we use it. So we said 90 clockwise means what? 90 clockwise means what?
Negative.
Negative. And we will keep this X and Y. We will switch and change the sign for the second. If it's counter-clockwise means positive, and we will switch and change the sign for the first. If it's 180, we will keep it the same, but we will change the sign for both. What is the partner for 90 clockwise? What is the partner for 90 clockwise?
270.
270. Positive or negative?
Negative.
Clockwise means negative. Then the partner should be 270 positive. Okay? Any question till this part? Then, now it's your turn.
The picture, but in another phone, it's another number, because the internet is not working, so it's unknown number. Okay, it's me.